right. Episode 15, I think.
Hi.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Episode 15. Good morning.
Good morning.
I actually put in the notes that this will go live because we're recording later in the week. So
right.
I think we should put this one up on Tuesday, the 25th,
Yeah.
which is a drop day.
Right.
So we can talk about what's dropping.
What's dropping.
And also, well, we didn't have a drop this week, actually.
No, we have a clearance sale.
Yes, which is still going on.
So we have mall madness.
Yeah.
Whenever I say the word
the
clearance.
90s, the good old 90s game Mall Madness that we played quite
There
often.
is a
Sale.
Clearance
Clearance
sale at the shopping boutique.
Yes.
Otherwise known as Dudley
Yeah,
Stevens.
and that's now our site. Not a mall, but dudley-stevens.com. Check out the clearance sale. And this is sponsored by Dudley Stevens,
Yeah.
I should note. Today I'm wearing our Hillview in hydrangea, which was a limited edition, and we still have some on the site.
Yes,
and
we do.
I forgot how much I love this. I just found it in
It's
my
a
closet.
good one.
I know.
I like it. It's got a little bit of a different neckline, but
Yeah.
still keeps you warm.
Yes, exactly.
up
Wait, and you had a
there.
good point too. Yeah, because we're starting exactly.
Like your neck.
Otherwise known as the neck area, which we do very well. We keep necks warm
Yes.
all over with our turtlenecks. We should, talking about the clearance sale. Is this on sale now? I can't remember. I don't know.
Jeez.
I can't, whatever. I can't remember. Let's not look it up. Anyway, we have our sale going on, and I love that this is like a little feminine, and you brought up the good point because we're designing now for next spring 2026. We're already putting together design ideas, and we just got back from a ski trip, which we'll deep dive on during this episode.
Right.
But one thing that you said and that we noticed in the ski lodge, would you call it a lodge?
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty lodgy, I
It
guess.
was a lodge.
It was very lodge vibes.
I think lodge is in the name of the place.
Oh, it
we were
is?
at.
Okay. It just, the place we went was very casual, and
Yeah.
it's not like Shishi Ski Lodge in Colorado.
No,
It's
no.
like very Vermont,
Yeah,
New England.
cafeteria
Yeah, cafeteria
feeling.
with the tray style.
Right.
We saw multiple women wearing our turtlenecks in Velo, which is what we're
Yes.
both wearing today.
Right.
And January, February, all I want to wear is Velo.
Yeah.
Like even our new waffle, I probably won't wear it often until March. So
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I always grab Velo. I feel like I grab Sherpa in the fall.
yes.
Like November, December.
Yes.
Now it's Velo time because I need to wear a
Layering.
jacket over it.
Yep. And you don't
So-
want to, you have to wear stuff over it, but you want to be warm underneath, and you want to
Yeah.
be able to layer off if you
Right.
get hot.
Yeah.
No, that's so true.
Yeah.
It was so fun seeing ladies wearing
gosh.
Dudley Stevens too.
It was in we were in like a little Pizza Hut at the mountain we went to, and one woman came up to me and she recognized me and was like, "Oh, I just changed out of my Dudley." And I was like, "And you're wearing another one?" Because she had changed out of one Dudley into another one. And then I looked up
Wait,
at one
that's so
point and there
funny.
were like 7 other women wearing
Yes.
Dudley turtlenecks.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I don't often say things to people, or sometimes I will if I'm like standing next to them. But my daughter, Elle will like point it out, and she'll say it really loudly, and she's like, "Mommy, she's wearing a Dudley Stevens." I'm like, "Oh my god."
I know.
don't have
It's so
to point
funny. I
everybody out.
love
It's so
seeing
cute,
it out in
though.
the wild. I
I
usually just give
know.
like a little
Me
smile
too.
and like whatever.
Yeah,
Move
exactly.
on. But
I
it's
know.
fun to see out in the wild.
It is really fun. So to your point, we need to add more Velo pullovers for
Yes.
January and February drops
Yeah.
next year.
For skiing or for sledding or
Yes.
for snowshoeing
I mean,
or
it was
cross-country skiing.
Our new thing.
Yeah.
Our new thing, cross-country skiing. It was all I wore all weekend was
too.
Velo turtleneck. I wore a Sun Valley Velo turtleneck in oatmeal
Oh,
all weekend, which I
that's a
think
good
is sold
one.
out. But
Yeah.
that color just like goes with anything,
Everything.
I feel like.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's dropping next week though is actually waffle, which is good timing because it's almost March, and I feel like when it starts warming up, that's all we wear. We have our new pearl pullover, which is hard to say. Pearl pullover, in multiple colors. Let me tell you how amazing that pullover is. The zip
Can't
up with a
wait.
little snap on the top. It's got
Yeah.
pockets. If you like our Perry Street or Pocomo pullover, this is your jam.
Right.
It's-
It's got tipping detail.
Yes. Yeah, that white one with the pink tipping
yeah,
is so
that's
cute.
good.
Yeah.
And
I'm
the
a-
lemon meringue.
the lemon meringue, which
is your
lemon
favorite color.
which is I'm a big yellow fan, and our inventory planner Laura, shout out to Laura, and our team, we have this inside joke about yellow because sometimes yellow can be controversial, and it doesn't always sell, so well.
Right.
'cause
But it's a happy color
it's
and
so
it's fun in
good.
pictures.
Yes,
You
so
have to have yellow.
I'm on 2 missions right now. One is to push that yellow so it sells so we can keep
I
buying
think it's
it.
like a nice soft yellow, like a more pastel
is.
yellow that
Yes.
will sell.
Like then like the marigold that was
Yes.
so bright that we have had
Right,
in the
right.
past. Yeah. But that lemon meringue it's like a beautiful buttery soft yellow. But I'm on a mission to push sales for yellow because I want to keep buying it because I love it. And then I'm also on a mission to make the Catalina jacket go viral. And I wore it last night into New York City, and it's just the perfect topper of an outfit. And I just wore it over a basic white T-shirt, and I just love it. So
it's a good one.
I'm
Did
continuing
you wear
on
the
my
black?
mission.
No,
Yes,
yeah, the
I wore
black.
black. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I love
those are
that.
my two
The
missions.
black. Actually, I've been wearing the gray with the Melrose pants.
Oh, that's cute. I love that. Yeah.
and just black boots, and
And
it's
like
so easy to like feel dressed up.
Yes, and you're so
yeah.
comfortable. It's so easy. Anyway, so those are my missions. But yeah, I went into the city last minute, and I don't even think I told you guys.
No, you
but
didn't.
Yeah, it was the
I
last
feel
minute.
like we haven't talked much in the past. We like spent
I
all weekend together,
know.
and then it was we haven't
Well,
talked.
well, I had a sick kid at home.
Oh yeah,
And you had your kids because they're on break. So
right.
I think we've been consumed.
Been busy.
Oh, it's so hard when after break and then you're like ready for the kids to go back to school and then they're sick.
Yeah.
It always reminds me of Big Time Adulting whenever she does reels like that.
Right.
You know, I literally looked at my son and thought, are you ever going back to school? When are we going back to school?
We have this whole week off, and then they decided to do a professional development day, a teacher day on Monday.
Oh no. Next Monday?
Yeah.
Like after the week.
After the week off.
That's very odd.
So my
have
kids
they
aren't
done
going
that
back till
before?
Tuesday.
Or is that
In
a
the
new
past,
thing?
they've done it on the Friday before break, which
yeah,
I
that's
like
way
because it's
better.
also President's Day weekend, so you
Yeah.
have that like just a long weekend.
Yeah. Maybe
I
the
don't know.
teachers maybe they need a day to
Yeah.
ease into the week.
Yes,
I guess.
probably.
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess if I were a
Oh my
teacher, I would
gosh.
appreciate it.
I know.
Not as a mom, though.
No. But I wore a Catalina jacket into New York City and I was warm and I felt chic. And we went to this cool magic show that felt like it was in this like speakeasy type place,
Sounds
you know?
cool, yeah.
And it was smoky and the lights were dim and there was a lot of cool people there. And then they did all these magic tricks and they basically had magicians rotating throughout the time. So you had a little table with your friends or your party,
Right.
and then magicians would just rotate and sit down and do all these insane tricks.
Wow.
Like one of the tricks, the first one, the guy, it's card tricks. So someone picked a card and then she showed it to the table and he didn't see it. And then he did all these things. I wish I could remember exactly because I can't really remember all the details because there were so many. And then all of a sudden he did this other trick with these cups, like 3 cups, and he moved them around, tried to guess. And then at the end of the thing, he's like, okay, I'm all done. But points to the lady, pull up one of the cups. She pulls up one of the cups and there's a lime in it.
What?
And I don't know how the lime got there. Then other people pulled the other 2 cups up and there were 3 limes in the cups that we didn't know. I don't know how they got there. And then he cut open one of the limes and he pulled the card out from the
Stop.
beginning. I know.
What?
I don't know. And it was folded in the lime. And the lime was like, we all held it. It was like juicy, normal lime.
That's crazy.
I don't know how he did it.
Juicy normal lime.
I was,
Wait, what?
I don't know. And then there were all these other ones.
My mind
There
is
was like
blown.
a mentalist guy there that was reading minds. And then I was one of the participants in it. Like they try to involve everybody. And the
I'm
one
not
that
surprised that you're a participant, by the way.
that what?
I'm not surprised that you're a participant. Usually,
yeah, I know.
feel like you always off.
I know, but I was kind of sitting off to the side, and Jimmy was there, who's my best friend,
yeah.
and he was sitting and it was kind of for his birthday, so he was sitting in the middle, and he did most of them. So at the very end, the guy kind of looked at me, and he did the card trick or whatever. Then he gave me an envelope that was open and empty, and I held it on my hand. Then he did all these tricks, and I know they're like distract you, right? Like
Right.
they do things to make you look the other way. And then he said, okay, look at the envelope. And I looked down and the envelope was sealed. And then Megan was sitting next to me and we ripped it open and the card that I had picked from earlier was in the envelope. I don't know. And I was holding it. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I know. These people are incredible.
Wow.
I don't know how they do it.
It's
They're
interesting.
mystical people.
That's a fun thing to do. Like
It was really
different.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. It was at the Overlook Bar in New York City. I don't
Okay.
even know. So if you're listening and want to go,
Is
just
it like
Google that.
adults?
Yes. It's
Yeah.
only adults. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But they did I took a picture of one of the guy's cards because he said he does private parties and stuff. So you
Oh,
could get him
fun.
for a kid's birthday or something. I don't know. It might be expensive, but
Yeah.
it was fun. It was very cool. I highly recommend it if you have a birthday party or date night.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was really cool. And very entertaining.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I like that kind of
So,
thing.
yeah. Anyway, but the Catalina jacket just did the trick.
So pun intended. Catalina
did the trick. Pun intended. It all goes back to the Catalina.
Like magic.
Yeah, it is magic. Anyway, so yeah, back to Dudley Stevens and our drop. So then also dropping are the Catherine pants.
Kind of named after me, but not really.
Which is good because whenever we name
the A, they changed the A, the E to an A in Catherine. Okay.
Whenever we name a style after one of our team members or us, it never does. So maybe, was that intended?
Yeah, maybe. It's like a play on Catherine. I like it.
Catherine.
But I think that these pants are going to sell.
Yes.
So this is a good thing they're not named after me.
I do think they will sell. They're like luxurious, I would describe them as. Wide leg, have a little slit. You can definitely get them hemmed too if you're worried about the length. Or you can just pull them up on your waist a little bit. Like
because it's a draw.
It's
cord,
elastic.
Right?
It's just elastic.
Yeah, that's right.
They're so nice.
Yeah.
And then our Marion zip up, which is shorter fitting waffle pullover. And then we have a Park Slope in lemon meringue and our Velvet Morning, which is like a light blue color that's dropping. So that's all dropping today when this episode goes live. Check out our waffle.
So I think the best seller is going to be the pearl pullover.
Do you? Yeah.
Calling that. Although the Marion zip up is going to be good too.
I know. I don't know. It's going to be a toss up.
Yeah.
But that pearl pullover is so good if you like the Pocomo. It's basically the same body. Also, wait, the Smith Point, that was last fall, right? With the leather pull. So it's the same body as that too, the pearl pullover.
That was a good one.
And that sold out too. So, and then on that note too of like sellouts, we're doing more of these limited edition things, like what I'm wearing.
We are.
And granted, this one didn't sell out right away, but it goes back to simplifying, which is our word for 2025.
Yeah.
And like my question is this going to work? Like, can we make less to make
more?
I keep thinking about that.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. We're just trying to make less of things.
That's how we started, was making, small quantities. And we had some customers that got upset with us. So
yeah, exactly.
It's a little bit risky to go back to that mind frame. But I think, going back to the basics, back to scrappiness.
Exactly. So we're making less.
Yeah.
To make more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll see how it works.
See if that business plan works. It might not.
I know. You might have to get on your computer at 10 a.m. or whenever we're dropping
and
get
shop
the limited edition products.
Yeah. I think it just also makes things feel more special too. Like if you have less of them, it's just, I don't know, makes them more, unique and special.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
Yeah. And
yeah, it makes you want it more too.
I know. And then I texted you guys that website today for Flamingo Estates.
Yes.
Which also goes back to the making less to make more. Their company is so fascinating. I highly recommend researching it if you're listening to this and interested. But it's all these made. And he said, he's like, we just make things the old school way. We're not doing anything different or unique. We're just going back to how soap was made without all the additives and all that stuff.
That's good. Yeah.
And all their beauty products and everything. But one thing that really struck me that I think also pertains to entrepreneurship and us and our company is that he didn't say his revenue, but I'm sure it's a ton, like, multiple millions dollars revenue because they've grown and they've doubled their sales and they're kind of booming right now. And he said that they have a small team. He's like, we're not hiring. He said that he still writes the copy for emails and stuff. Right. And they're doing, maybe 100 million in sales. I don't know.
Right.
So it just was so refreshing to hear that because we're trying to simplify. I mean, our team is small to begin with. We're not like laying people off or anything. Like we have a small team, but I just love that we're doing more now too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you're doing social media again.
Right. Like we're doing, and I don't know. Yeah. All those little things. Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. So I'm excited about that for this year and continuing that mission of simplifying and making less.
Right. Well, and it's going back to our North Star. We always talk about the North Star, like why we started.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think this, and our morals and our, everything that we decide should be based on that North Star.
Yeah.
I think we got a little sidetracked. And
yes, exactly.
Getting back to the basics.
Yes, I know. Getting back to the basics.
Right.
It's so refreshing and exciting for me. I just find that to be. He also brought up raising money and how they have never raised money and how similar to us, he doesn't want to be beholden to anybody. And the minute you raise money, your margins get into question, and you have someone to report to.
Right.
And we've never wanted
don't want
that.
Sorry.
He didn't.
It's
Richard
not
doesn't
really-
want that either. I love
Yeah.
hearing that from other entrepreneurs. It was it was making me excited.
Well, that's why you start your own thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess some people start their own thing to make millions and millions and millions.
Right.
But,
To exit, and
Right.
that's their goal.
but our goal is
No.
to keep this going as long as we can.
Yes,
And
exactly.
be our own bosses.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that goes back to our North Star, like you said. It's
Mm-hmm.
so true. And like our business plan. And I actually, oh my gosh, we have a lot to talk about
Oh
today.
my gosh.
Is this gonna, oh man. I went to Babson College and spoke last week.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I brought up as I was talking, it wasn't even something, and maybe it was from a student question that they asked. Entrepreneurship is personal. Like this is a personal thing. And that's why it's so hard because we get,
That's why we can't do customer service.
that's why yeah,
Yeah.
it's really hard to hear feedback
It's like our own
sometimes. And
baby. It's
exactly. Yes. It's really hard. So, I think, wait, is your mic
I
working?
don't know. Hello.
Oh, there you are.
Okay.
Yeah. That was
Oh.
weird. Okay.
I don't hear
Tech
myself
glitch.
as well. Okay.
I can hear you though now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So entrepreneurship is personal. And I think there's two ends of that. It's personal in that you're putting yourself out there, right? But it's also personal in that you make decisions and business decisions based on your personal life.
Right.
And it should be that way. And I think that we tend to forget that because we get caught up in the business and growing and what's required to run a business.
Yeah.
When we should be making decisions for our personal life
Yeah.
within the business.
Our personal life within the business. Yeah. I like how you added that at the end because I do think there are things that you have to sacrifice in your personal life to be an entrepreneur.
Yes, right. There's that too. Yes, that's
So
part of it
I
also.
think it's like the balance. Not that there is balance.
No.
We're going to talk about that. But balancing your personal life with being an entrepreneur, running a company, speaking to your customers, your employees. Like there's a lot
Yes.
outside of your personal life that you have to also worry about. It's
Yeah.
like it's basically taking care of another child.
Yes, right. It really is. It so is.
So those decisions that you make are personal decisions and like how
Yes.
you grow it and how you
yes.
you foster it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Right.
And I made sure to stress within that conversation too that bigger is not better. And I think the professor that had reached out and invited me to come speak, she was like, I'm so glad you said that because I could feel the calmness happen in the room, because here are these students who are studying entrepreneurship. Like it's so cool. Their freshman year, they have a class where they make a product with a group of students
amazing.
and they bring it to market. And some of their products have gone viral and
Wow.
are selling. Like,
That's great.
I know. So it's such a cool campus.
Such a young age. Too.
I know,
I've heard
like at
people do
18.
that at like actual business school, but this is
Yeah.
an
Undergrad. Yeah.
business focused school.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Exactly. So she said like to say that to these students is such a eye-opening thing for them because you see Shark Tank and all these viral products and everything, and at the end of the day you don't have to do that.
Right.
You can start a company and have a nice business that
Yeah.
isn't
and make
doing
a
that.
nice living and just keep maintaining it.
Exactly. So that was fun last week, and then I stayed with a college friend and it was really fun. It was a nice night away.
I love that. So Lauren stayed with a college friend and she's like, so we're going to wake up at 5:30 and do a workout class. And I'm like,
We
how
did.
times have changed.
Times have really
Lauren-
changed.
like
Yeah.
College friend when you're in your 20s is different than college friend when you're in your 40s.
Yeah, we would not have been waking up at 5:30 to go to a workout class. That's for
Right.
sure.
Okay.
All right, so we're back on. Are we
All
back
right.
on? Okay.
We're back.
We had a little tech glitch, but we're back.
We're good now, I think.
We're good. So we're back to discussing travel.
Yes.
It relates to Dudley Stevens because whenever
Mm-hmm.
we're packing for a trip, we always text each other and say, all I'm packing are Dudleys.
Yeah.
And even in the summer, our summer stuff,
Oh my
layers, our wraps for the plane. Like
right.
there isn't a trip where I don't have Dudley with me.
Well, we wear Dudley every single day, all year round.
Right.
But it makes
Yeah.
packing so much easier, too.
It really does.
Because you
Yeah.
also, like, Dudleys, I feel like, go with multiple different outfits, too. So you
Yes.
can kind of
Mix and match.
coordinate, mix and match, and
Yep.
yeah.
I know. So it's so wonderful for travel. And it was especially wonderful for our ski weekend, which was so much fun. And well, it was fun.
It was fun.
It was a trip. It was not a vacation at all. It was not a relaxing.
Man. I really give props to the parents that ski every weekend with their kids.
I know, or go for a week.
Right.
Some people do it for a week, and we did it for
3 nights.
3 nights, and it was a lot.
It's a lot.
I was so tired.
I'm still tired.
I know. But yeah, because we don't ski anymore. I don't know if I'm ever going to ski again.
No, we did the cross country skiing, which is great.
Yeah.
And
So
it was like a workout, a quick hour.
Yep. And it was so beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Too. And a friend of mine recommended this place, Wild Wing, which is in Peru near Bromley Mountain where we were. And yeah, it felt like a good workout too. I mean, we were really cruising at one point, and yeah, you're going uphill.
We posted about it on Instagram, and one of my friends who goes up to Bromley every weekend, her kids are like on the ski team there and everything, goes,
oh wow.
And then they closed the mountain because of the winds.
Right.
So they were looking for other things to do. And she texted me and goes, so one of my friends on the ski team said that you guys posted about cross country skiing.
Yeah.
So we helped people out with activities
perfect.
up there.
Wait, that's great. Yeah. Because there were kids doing it too the day before when I went, because I went 2 days. And yeah, that's a good backup plan if you can't go skiing. And it was it wasn't easy, but it was easier.
I mean, it was
than
the first time
skiing.
I've ever done it, and I didn't need any instruction or anything.
No,
It was
you just go on and go.
Kind of natural.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, because I don't know. I'm worried about getting hurt if I
know. Me too.
The kids are fine. They're learning. They're little. They're closer to the ground. I just feel like they can buzz around the mountain a little bit, and they're with the professionals teaching them. I don't know, and they enjoy it. So, I hope that they'll ski in their lives. But I think I'm good.
I know. But on the way home, so we were up there for 3 days. We were trying to ski at least 2.5 days. We got in 1 day of skiing,
Right.
and it was like ice pelting your face skiing because it was snowy, but it was like so cold that it felt like ice.
It was so cold.
And then the next day they closed the mountain, and the following day they closed the mountain. So we got in 1 day of skiing, and on the way home, John was like, well, that was a big bummer.
Yeah.
And then we were trying to think about like when we could go back to do it again, because we have like credits and all this stuff now.
Yeah.
And we're like, I don't know when to fit it in the schedule.
No, I know. With the kids' sports starting.
He's
and
like,
all
I don't know
that.
if we're ever going to be a ski family. I don't know. Maybe if we go up a couple times a year or something and
I think that
do it that way, but we're never going every weekend.
No, I think that because I agree. I would love, I mean, it's once you get up there and it's, Graham and I were saying too, it's so nice for the kids to have an activity outdoors in the winter.
Yes.
Like that really is attractive about it. Get out off the screens and be outside. But it is exhausting. I think that we'll just do it on President's Day weekend, and that'll be our routine.
Yeah.
And the kids will learn, and they'll be as good as they're going to be. And
yeah,
it's fun.
exactly.
And that's it.
Yeah.
But then it's hit or miss because, with the bad weather, I don't know.
Yeah. It's
I
hard.
don't know. It's really hard.
Yeah.
It's a tricky activity, and it's very expensive.
I know.
It's
oh my gosh.
Crazy. It's a little sticker shock actually when you look at the total cost of the weekend.
Yeah. Well, the lessons in general are expensive.
Yeah.
So I guess, I don't know, my kids are kind of growing out of the lesson. So I feel like we'll save a little bit on that.
Yes, totally. That's good.
But then I have
that's a
Jake,
good
actually.
point. I know. Then you're entering right back in with Jake learning. But he looked so cute on the skis.
Oh my gosh, he loved it.
Yeah.
He was having so much fun.
That was so cute. So then on the way back, so the last night we were there. So did you guys hear the wind that last night?
A little bit,
But you were
not
kind of
really.
down
We're kind
further.
I think our house was a little more protected.
The wind that night on Sunday night in Vermont, I cannot describe. I was terrified. I did not sleep.
Yeah.
The house was shaking.
Oh my
the
gosh.
bed was shaking.
Oh
It
my
felt like
God.
there was an earthquake at one point, and it woke me up.
Oh God.
And then it was also still snowing. It had been snowing for 24 hours or something. It was crazy. And so all I kept picturing was the wind whipping the snow around and our car getting stuck because
Oh
our
my
car
God.
had gotten stuck the night before. And so we woke up and the snow, sure enough, it was just, I haven't seen, I don't know if I've ever seen that much snow in my life. Like
There was a lot.
It was a lot. It was probably 2 feet of snow outside of our door that had, old
Like
snow
drifted and
then drifted and moved around. And then, so we loaded the car up very naively. We put the kids in the car. We shut the condo down and left and whatever. And the 4 of us get in the car and Graham goes in reverse and it does not move. It's just, the wheels are just spinning and we're sitting there and the kids are already comfortable in the car and ready to go on this, 3-4 hour ride home.
Right.
And we just looked at each other and I immediately knew this was not a good idea. but we were determined to go, you know, when you're just ready to go. And also there was no food in the condo. Like we really needed to go because we had checked out. Yeah. So then we get shovels. We start shoveling the car out. Eventually the neighbors of the next door condos come out and their cars are also all stuck.
Oh my gosh.
And one of them is blocking our car. So we had to help this nice woman get out. She got out, but then got down the hill and got stuck again.
Oh no.
So she just got out and was like, I'm staying, I'm going to wait. And then we got out. 2 other guys came. Another guy's car, F-150 truck, got stuck also behind our car once we got out and kind of got down the hill.
Oh my God.
So then our car was just sitting in the middle of the road, stuck. And Graham and I are still trying to shovel it out. At this point, the kids are back in the condo watching a movie because why would they sit in the car, right? So we're shoveling. I threw my back out. Like the shovels were heavy and the snow was really heavy. And I probably was not thinking of the posture, you know, I just like wasn't really doing it well.
One-track mind. Get this car out. Then out of nowhere,
you know, he was on his morning plow run. The plow truck came and it was at this point 10 or 10:30. And mind you, we had started at 8 a.m. We tried to leave at 8. So we've been out there over 2 hours shoveling and moving the car and getting down the hill. And Graham was like, if I can just get down this part 1 hill, we'll get the kids and we can get out of here. So we could see that we were maybe going to get out. Mm-hmm. And then the plow truck came and plowed us out like it was no big deal. And I was sitting there thinking, so we could have just left
waited.
At 10.
Yeah.
Like why?
Just waited
why
for the plow.
Did we just do this for 2.5 hours?
Because you were on a mission. You were like, we're going to do this.
Graham looked at me and we just started dying laughing. We weren't even mad.
Laughing.
I know. We couldn't even be mad at each other because we both were trying to leave. It wasn't like one of us, you know, he was definitely a little more antsy than I was, but I was starving too. I was like, I need to eat breakfast. Like I haven't had a bite of food and I've been shoveling for 2 hours.
Gosh.
So it was just so funny. I don't even know. I don't know why we did that. Again, we didn't know any better. We didn't know that the plow truck was going to come around and maybe at 10.
How did you know?
We had no idea. We'd never been to this place before, but definitely the neighbors knew because once the plow truck came through, this woman came out and she knew the guy's name, Fred. She was like, Fred, you're our hero. Do you need a coffee? Can I get you anything? Like she came out to greet him at 10.
It's like the mailman.
Yes.
Like,
And I just thought to myself, so they all knew he was coming at 10 and we've been out here since 8. So the joke was on us.
They're laughing at you.
It was just not a good morning. And then we got in the car and we were fine.
It was fine.
And we drove home.
And George and Elle were like, you know what? Nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
We were watching a movie.
No, and then we got home and I was like, George, were you scared at all when our car was stuck and whatever? Because I felt a little claustrophobic.
Oh, yeah.
Not being able to get out when I wanted to. Because, you know, we have snow here, but not like that.
Yeah.
But I know there's people that this is the norm for them, you know, in parts of the country. And George was like, no, I wasn't scared at all. He probably was thinking, you guys are crazy. Like, why are you doing all this right now?
Wait.
Yeah.
For the plow.
Oh my gosh, it was so bad.
I do think that like that. It's kind of fun to have that much snow, but it also adds like a layer of anxiety.
Yes.
Like we got locked out of our house the
night
after coming home from dinner.
Yeah.
And we were all exhausted. Like my body hurt, you know, like when you're just so tired and you're like, my skin hurts. I just need to go lay down.
Yes.
And it was freezing and there's a massive amount of snow. Like we were tramping through the snow to get to our door, and then the door wouldn't open for like a good 10 minutes. We were fiddling with it.
10 minutes?
It felt like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like
oh my gosh.
I think it was just frozen shut, and John was able to eventually do it, but Jake started freaking out.
Oh no.
He was crying. He's like,
4-year-olds.
We can't sleep outside.
Oh, no.
And I was like, it's okay. We can go to Lawrence. Like we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But he started to freak out. And so we were walking back to John's truck to get in and like get some heat, and then John was like, got it, we're good. And I was like, thank God.
That's when you want John around. Like however he can figure things out.
I don't know what he did, but we were nervous because our friends had gotten locked out of their condo for the same issue. So I was like, oh God, we're never going to get back in.
Was it a code? You guys had a code too?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's scary.
But we managed.
Are we ever going to go skiing? It doesn't sound like it for both of us.
I mean, the weather this time around, I guess skiers want a lot of snow, but
I know.
it was a lot.
Yeah. Well, but then they closed the mountain, so they
the
couldn't
winds.
even enjoy
I know.
it.
And now
Yeah.
John keeps like looking at their Instagram. They're like, skiing looks awesome right
Oh,
now.
I bet, because there's so much snow and
Yeah.
it's sunny and the wind has
The
died
whole
down.
mountain's open.
So it's just hit or miss,
Just
I think.
timing.
Yeah, but then it's an expensive hit or miss. So it's like, do you want to
True.
do you want to risk it?
I know.
You're gonna gamble it away and see if you can go skiing or not.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, I'm excited. Well, your next trip is different, but then we all go to Hawaii together, which
Yes.
is much more our speed.
Yes, that's much more our speed. I can't wait.
I'm sure we'll have funny stories out of that though too.
I know. We definitely will. I know. Well, then to get home after that and have a sick child, but I had sick children in Florida too, so I guess
Yeah.
can't avoid getting sick.
No.
I don't know.
What's going on with your kids?
I don't know. Because then it does feel, you get to the condo, but you feel like this wherever you go with kids, that you're just kind of relocating. Like,
Yeah.
there I was standing in the kitchen that morning, cleaning the whole kitchen and stripping the beds and,
Right.
I just getting the laundry started for the people, like however you shut the condo down. And it's just, I'm like, is this a vacation? I'm paying a lot of money to stay here. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know. But then the
I
kids
don't
have
know.
so much fun.
I know. They really had a blast. It was so cute.
They did. They
And
love
they
being
were cute.
together finally.
I know. They love
After
being
our
together.
failed Florida trip.
Yeah, where we had to avoid each other because we were all sick. Anyway, the sicknesses this year are very intense. We also wore our Astrid puff coat
Yes.
all weekend, both of us, which is on our
No,
site
I'm wearing
too.
it again today.
Yeah.
It's
Am I?
so
No, I'm
good.
not, but I should have. Yeah. It's so warm. I washed it too after we got back, and it just washes so
I just
well.
realized I haven't washed mine
Oh
yet.
my God. And you had beer spilled.
Jake hit my hand and my entire beer spilled all over me and I smelled like beer all
Oh,
weekend.
God, you need to
but I
wash
put it
your
on this
coat.
morning and I didn't smell it.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Oh my
Maybe
gosh.
it kind of did kind of deflect
That's so
off.
gross.
But okay, well, wash it when you get home tonight. It washes very well, everybody. Oh, you know what also washes very well? Our new anniversary tote that's dropping.
Oh, yeah.
When this airs, it will be dropping the next
That's
week
good
on
to
March
know
4th.
because I didn't bring mine skiing because I was nervous it was going to get all snow and
It got mine, both
Yeah.
of mine. I brought Natural Blush and the Neon Pink, and I'm carrying the Neon Pink today. They were disaster after the ski trip. Like they were sitting
it was
on
like
that
dirty
gross
snow.
I know,
Yeah.
and all the dirt and the people, and it was sitting there all day while we were out
Oh,
with the kids
right.
and stuff. And so by the time we got home and I unpacked Monday night, it was both of them. I thought they were ruined, right in the machine wash, and they look like new.
That's awesome.
So we need to tell everybody about this
We're telling you
because
we're telling you
it's
now.
the best tote. It fits. It's huge too,
Yeah.
and it's got long handles, so it's easy to put
I'm
over
really
your shoulder.
excited to use it.
I'm gonna bring it
when
on
do those drop again?
March 4th.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to bring it on my spring break trip in March and to Hawaii on the plane. It has a front little pocket too for like your phone or your wallet
I
or
love
whatever. Anyway, highly recommend our anniversary tote. It's so good. And I can't believe how well it washed. I mean, I guess we shouldn't be surprised because it's our terry
It's our
fleece.
terry fleece, yeah.
But I just was worried about the construction of the bag and everything, but it came out like perfectly.
Amazing.
So highly recommend that. So anything else from travel or what we have dropping? I think March we have our Somerset sweatshirts coming back, which is an old school Dudley style.
Yeah.
We're doing multiple
I know.
colors with that anniversary tote.
Right.
And then we have after that a waffle dress
sets,
and
too.
sets. Oh, the terry sets, which are so cute. Which I'm going to bring on to St. Bart's in March, and I'll be wearing those there.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Ooh, that'll
So
be fun.
cute. Yeah. So much more to come in March and April and all throughout the summer. Actually,
Mhm.
we have some fun stuff, and summer dresses will be dropping in May. I think.
Yeah.
I think.
I think so.
Yeah. Anyway, very exciting
Stay
stuff coming
tuned.
up. Give us a rate and review. Next week we have a very special guest. We're interviewing
Oh yeah.
a man, an entrepreneur.
A man.
And I'm very excited. He's a good friend, and it will be hopefully a really
Oh, that's
fun
exciting.
conversation.
Oh, I'm excited for that one.
Yeah,
I
mixing
hope
it
you
up.
bring some samples.
I know. Oh, actually, a good idea. Maybe we should move it around lunchtime. Anyway, very excited about that, and yeah, I'm going to continue my mission of push. Oh, and I wore the Catalina jacket in Vermont too, guys.
Oh my gosh.
It goes the distance. I'm telling you, it goes anywhere, everywhere. New York City,
You love that jacket.
casual in Vermont, what more do you need to know about a wardrobe piece that
It's
it can
true.
do both of those things?
Yeah.
It's very rare to find something that you can feel like you can wear it out in New York City in the winter and also to like a casual or super
Ski
casual
mountain.
ski mountain lodge.
Right. Cafeteria.
Unfancy ski lodge. Yeah. Which I love. I love about all
I know.
that.
I like
was-
it too.
I know. Like I posted on our Instagram that our ski condo had a VHS player and VHS tapes.
Shag carpeting.
It just felt like we were back in time, and there was something so wonderful about that. It just
I
kind of
know.
reminds me of when we went on these trips when we were
it's
little.
like authentic.
Yes, it is. It is.
I love that.
Except when I felt like the house was going to blow over from it.
Hopefully not
Then
that.
I wasn't happy about
vintage.
the vintage feel. Anyway, it was a really fun trip, but well, TBD.
I'm
on,
still exhausted. I think I need another cup of coffee.
Yeah, let's go get a coffee.
Yeah, let's
after
go
this.
get one.
Oh man, I also have been having so much Dunkin' Donuts coffee, and
Dunkin'.
people. I feel like it's controversial, Dunkin', because
It's so good.
it's just
though.
so
And
good.
it's not Dunkin' Donuts anymore. Did you know
no,
that?
right?
Yeah,
It's just Dunkin'.
Dunkin'.
You know, I just love Dunkin' Donuts so much. I don't know. I have like such loyalty.
I do
Talk about
too.
brand loyalty. Like
Yeah.
I went this morning and I get
Wow.
a small hazelnut coffee with cream, and it's my little guilty pleasure in the morning.
Sounds delish.
It's so
I love
good.
hazelnut.
Me too. Anyway, so I had that.
On that note.
On that note, we've been having a lot of Dunkin'. This is not sponsored by
No. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day, goals. Okay, well, check out the drop if you're listening to this and you have not checked it out yet. We are in full waffle mode for spring, and we have lots coming up in March. Lots of Terry and fun sets, and
And
rate
let
and
us
review
know
us.
any ski trip feedback.
Yes,
Any tips
any-
that we missed this year.
Seriously, we need all the tips, because this was now the third year that we've gone up to Vermont with the kids over President's Weekend, and
Right.
I don't know, we're not getting any better at it.
No,
The cross country skiing definitely helped.
that was a plus.
That was a
like
major
that.
bonus. Wild Wing, highly recommend it.
Yeah.
And thanks to Jess, my friend, who told us about it. I have to give her credit because we didn't know about it. And then now we know, and it was wonderful. Very magical. Okay. Well, I think that's it.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Happy Tuesday.
Shop the drop.
Shop the drop. Thanks,
We'll talk
guys.
soon.
Yep.